So Oceania Cruises has welcomed their guests back again across the gangway for the first time in 524 days as the Oceania Marina departed from the port of Copenhagen on Sunday. It was the first ship to sail from the port since 2019. Now Oceania Cruises is operating with the requirement that 100% of guests and crew are vaccinated. The cruise line has undertaken a phased restart with its science-backed plan for a healthy return to service that protect guests, crew members and the communities that they visit. The robust Sail Safe Health and Safety program from Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings is set to create multiple layers of protection against COVID-19 and was developed with guidance from their team of public health and scientific experts including the Sail Safe Global Health and Wellness Council and the Healthy Sail Panel. So the Marina's first voyage sails from Copenhagen to ports in Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia and Finland prior to concluding in Stockholm. The Marina will spend the remainder of the summer and autumn cruising around Western Europe, Mediterranean and the Greek Isles prior to setting sail for Miami, where she will arrive on the 1st of December 2021. A few highlights about the Marina. So she is the first ship to resume sailing for Oceania Cruises and she's quickly to be followed by the Riviera, which resumes sailing in the Greek Isles on the 18th of October 2021. Following then is the Insignia from Miami on the 21st of December 2021 to kick off the epic 6-month-long round the world in 180 days voyage. Then comes the Serena, which resumes sailing in the Caribbean on the 21st of January 2022. And then finally, we've got the Regatta, which will start sailing from the 5th of February 2022. After almost 18 months of being out of service, the Azamara Quest successfully departed on a first cruise on the 28th of August. Sailing from Greece, the ship is also marking Azamara's return to guest operations. It's a new look for Azamara since the pandemic started, as they were sold to Sycamore Partners in March 2021 from the Royal Caribbean Group. The company is also bigger, having acquired a fourth ship in the former Pacific Princess. So the Azamara Quest is offering a series of 5 back-to-back Greece country intensive voyages. Before resuming service, the 694 guest capacity had spent some time in Navantia in Spain. During the dry dock in Cadiz, it received Azamara's new logo and was prepared to return to service with the general maintenance and a few other updates. The ship was built in the year 2000 and the vessel has been through various refurbishments over the years with the addition of the culinary options and upgraded cabins. An intimate, smaller vessel, it offers a premium product, visiting unusual ports in destination-intensive itineraries. So after her sailings in Europe, the vessel is set to cross the Atlantic in November for a series of Caribbean cruises. Departing from Miami, the ship is offering longer cruises to eastern and western as well as southern Caribbean voyages. The company has also included the Azamara Journey in their restart plan. So the Azamara Journey is the next to resume service for Azamara Cruises. Starting on the 13th of October, the ship starts a short season in the Mediterranean before repositioning herself to the Canaries, where she's set to spend the winter. P&O Cruises Australia has announced its plan to restart operations with voyages for vaccinated guests and crew. The president of P&O Cruises Australia, Stuart Mermel, said that governments were linking society returning to normal to the sufficient numbers of Australians being vaccinated for COVID-19. P&O Cruises is the longest serving cruise line in the country with a proud 90-year history of sailing from Australia. And we want to do our bit to get this country back up and running again, is what he said. The governments have been connecting vaccination rates to plans to end lockdowns, border restrictions, and ultimately reopening Australia. In addition, their research shows that the vast majority of their guests want to cruise with other vaccinated Australians. So P&O's vaccination policy is an indication that everything possible is being done to support the resumption of cruising in a way which provides further assistance and reassurance to their guests and the authorities that public health and well-being are their top priority. P&O's vaccination policy is only for the guests and crew who would provide further reassurance for local authorities in working with the sector in developing protocols for resuming domestic cruise holidays. P&O Cruises Australia said that it would provide guests with further details on the policy once there was an agreed restart date for domestic cruising. However, the broad intent was to require proof of vaccination for those in the population eligible to be vaccinated at that time. In line with its flexible booking policies, P&O Cruises Australia said that any guest who wishes to cancel their cruise due to the vaccination policy will receive a full refund. Now, following an order implemented by the Bahamas Customs and Excise Department, the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line has updated its vaccine policy with regards to travel and will require all guests 12 years and older to be fully vaccinated for COVID-19. These new rules are for the so-called restricted period from September 3rd, 2021 to the 31st of October 2021. So the guests will be asked to present their original CDC vaccination card upon embarkation at the port of Palm Beach. Guests will be considered fully vaccinated if they have received their second dose in a two-dose series such as Pfizer or Moderna vaccines, or their single dose of the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine at least 14 days prior to their cruise of departure date. Now, those who are booked on a Bahamas Paradise cruise and are not fully vaccinated or will not be vaccinated 14 days prior to their departure date may move without penalty to a new sailing date following the 31st of October 2021 expiration of the Bahamas order. Lindblad Expedition Holdings announced that it has received a $21 million grant under the Coronavirus Economic Relief for Transportation Services on the 24th of August. This grant represents approximately 80% of the company's total expected final award amount, according to a SEC filing. The CERTS Act or the CERTS Act provides grants to eligible motor coach companies, school bus companies, passenger vessel companies, and pilotage companies that have experienced annual revenue losses of 25% or more as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The priority use of grant funds must be for payroll costs, though grants may be used for operating expenses and the repayment of debt accrued to maintain the payroll on board. The company said that it anticipates using the granted funds primarily for payroll costs and ship operating expenses. And with that, we conclude our latest cruise news updates for the 30th of August. Thank you so much for watching, and please do share your comments down below. Until next time, you take care and stay safe.